Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all about sunshine and rainbows. It's a very, very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much can you take and keep moving forward? That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to be worth taking the hits. You can't be pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want because of you, him, or her, or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Rocky Balboa. That was my motivation. Motivation for a fight that I had in Iowa. Man, I watched that fight. Oh, man, I was so pumped up. Man, I could feel him. He's sitting there talking. He's talking to Paulie. He's like, yo, Paulie. You know, I got something in the basement. He's like, what do you got in the basement? I got something in the basement, Paulie. I don't know, man. What do you got in the basement? Yeah, he's got the beast inside of him. Don't you feel that? Can't you feel that? That is your body right there. That is your spirit right there. That is who you are, just screaming to get out. Screaming. We're going to be talking about motivation. What's your motivation? Who motivates you? What motivates you? So, motivation in its simplest form usually is about minimizing pain, maximizing pleasure. Hungry, thirsty. That's the basic form of motivation. Then there's safety beyond that. Then there's a little bit of social motivation after that. If you're love and affection, and then a little more social, you want some social accolades, you know, appreciation, affirmation, achievements, and all that stuff. We're going to be talking about two different types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is something that motivates you from within. It's something that you don't need any outside sources to motivate. Nothing external for you to rely on to motivate you. These are the things that makes you happy. There's the things that you do because you want to. Extrinsic motivation is the threat of punishment. It's money. It's some goals. It's grades. Things that you need to rely on outside of your own person. I know that you've got something inside of you, that you're looking for something inside of you. You're looking for something to unleash the power in your life. You have an incredible potential. Every one of you has an incredible potential, and you just need to find this fire, to light the fire from within you. A tiny fire can be put out by a small breeze, but we want to unleash this rage of fire within you, and that's what we got to find. What motivates you? What are you driven for? We set our goals. Is that enough for you? I realized that my goal from 0 to 90 days, it is twofold. It's a success goal, and I understand success is not the destination, it's a journey. And it kind of hit me hard today because I say that to people, but I've got 90 days. There it is. That's my goal. It's a success goal, but success is not the destination that I'm trying to achieve. It's just one part. I already have to look beyond that, where I'm going to be in 90 days. I've asked you to do a physical challenge. I'm asking you to go on a physical health, weight loss, fitness, nutritional challenge with me. That's what I've asked you to do. I did it, lost 30 pounds. I'm asking you to go on a 90-day spiritual challenge with me. Asking you to go on a 90-day financial successful challenge with me. But there's got to be more after that. Tony Robbins made $36,000 one year. The very next year, he made $1 million. And it was an extrinsic motivation. It was because he had a son he wasn't prepared for. And then because he wasn't prepared to be a millionaire, he lost everything. So we've got to prepare ourselves every step of the way to prepare us for who we are about to become. And I hope we're preparing ourselves for who we're about to become in Jesus Christ. The thing is everything within us is lying dormant within you. Anything that you're capable of is lying dormant within you unless you tap into that. The only way to tap into that is to understand the true power. Everybody says this all the time. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But I don't think they realize what they're saying. It's just like everybody reciting John 3:16. It's just words to some people because they've never even been to church and they can say these things. I want you to grasp the power of what you're really saying. I can do all things all things, but this is where you are. You're 50 pounds overweight. I can do all things. You're broke. I can do all things. You're on medication. I can do all things. You're an alcoholic. You're a gambling addict. You're a porn. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Do you believe it? Or are you just saying the words? Where's your motivation? That's what I want to ask you. I want to read a scripture to you. It's Matthew 7:7. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, it shall be opened. For everyone that asks will receive. Everyone that seeks will find. And everyone that knocks, the door shall be open. Every one of these are action words. Every one of these. First thing you got to do, ask. As a buddy of mine in Iowa, I had a book that I was reading. We were on our way up to a UFC. And I was reading this book, and it says the 10 laws of business. Number 1 is ask. Number 2 is ask. Number 3 is ask. 4, ask. You've got to ask. That is the principles of business. You got to get off your ask. You've got to do something about it. You've got to find that reason why. You've got to ask God for help. You've got to realize you have no control, but you've got to find something. And I'm so glad. I really am glad that you found my video. You found my Facebook. You found me. And I'm glad that I can be that motivator for you. But it's got to be a little deeper. Thank you guys for sharing it with me. Had an amazing phone call today with one of my old students from Iowa. He's handicapped, has to use a cane. Everything has to be specially adapted for him. I never treated him as he was handicapped. I told him to get up. He could do it. He was able to eventually be able to do his martial arts form without his cane at all. And these are the things that nobody ever told him he could do. Nobody told him he could do these things because he was told he can't. He was told he was handicapped. And if you want to understand the struggles that he had that you don't have, you would understand the true potential that you have. But guys, thanks for tuning in. I know it's about a 7-minute video. I'm going to try and keep them shorter. So you just got to let me know what you like. If I should make them longer, I had to shut one off because it was at 10 minutes. I can ramble on. I just get so excited and so passionate. But thanks for tuning in. I wish you an amazing, blessed day. I'm going to tell you exactly what happens tomorrow. I've got an awesome day planned. Crazy awesome day planned. I may have to skip. Okay, I'm not going to skip a video. I've got 90 days. So again, my website, I'm going to put it up on the screen. My email address, I'm going to put it on the screen. If you email me, I'll email you back. And then all my information is in there. So again, nkirby.myvi.net. It's myvi.net. And my email address is kirbymma@gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless. Have an amazing night, and I'll see you tomorrow.